Sorry about that. I'm really, really making that more confusing than it should be. Hey everyone, this is Eckers. Today I would like to show you Daydream, a new roll and write I've been discovering. I think this actually came out last year, if I'm not mistaken, but I haven't seen too many videos or reviews or something online yet, just a few. So I thought, you know what, why don't I bring it to the channel? Because this is a very simple, cozy roll and write, and I really enjoy it. So before we get started, very fitting for this game, grab yourself a cup of tea and let's do this. All right, there we go. So let's just open this box here. So I can show you a few things here. So actually you have almost no components, just a pen, 2 dice, a cloth to wipe it off, and then also your board. That's it. There are boards, they are wipeable, right? So you don't have to be afraid that the sheets are gonna run out. That's perfect for this game because this can be played quite often, I think. And it's for 1 to 5 players, 15 minutes, and ages 8 and up. 15 minutes, yeah, sure. I think you can play this in 5 to 10 minutes even. It kind of depends on the mode you're playing. I will get to that in just a moment. But do you see this artwork here? I really like this artwork. This is amazing. This is really great. So this is designed by Anthony Perrone and Benoit Turpin, and it is illustrated by Meme Candia. I don't know if that's pronounced correctly. So let me put that aside. We don't need that. The rules we don't need as well. Well, actually, in a moment, I will show you something. So, and for the setup of the game, very, very simple. Oh, by the way, also, if you look in here, there is a QR code with a playlist with cozy music that you can play when you play this game, because this game is all about coziness. So for the setup, it's very simple. Each player takes one of these boards. Each player takes a pen. And since there's no interaction between the players, at least as far as I have seen so far, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter if you play it solo or with others. I think this is best as a solo game almost, right? Very, very cozy. You can just open that playlist. You can get yourself a nice cup of tea or coffee if you prefer, and then let's go. So you have these little cloud-shaped cloth to wipe off the stuff. That's really cool. I love this. Then you have these nice 2 purple dice. Then you need the player board here. For the player board, there are different configurations. That's a pretty cool concept actually. I hope that they will not break when you open close them too often. But there is in the rules something. So this is the German version, but it doesn't matter because it's completely language neutral. So here. You see the combinations here: easy, medium, and hard, and you always can open and close them in all kinds of configurations. That's very, very clever, right? So you can play just the A side or the D side for a simple game, and then you can have let me find them here: BC for a medium game, or EF, or even here DA, and there's also a way to do AD, but this doesn't work with one board. I have no idea how this should work. So I guess you need 2 boards and put them next to each other, I suppose. I'm not sure. And then if you want to have it difficult, you can have DEF and ABC, right? So I would say, you know what? Let's take B and C. That's one of the configurations I already know, and I like it with the stars here, because each configuration, you can also see it down here, gives you different things you can actually do, right? So the game is not only that it's larger, but also you do different things. And here we have this little star track here. Oh, let me do it like this. Yeah, and honestly, that is already the setup. You just put down the board in the middle, then you take a pen, the cloth here to wipe everything off, and these 2 dice. That's it. There we go. And this cloth you don't really need too much actually during the game. So I would say we just get started. So you first start off the game by rolling 2 dice, and you always have to put in both numbers in your grid. At the beginning, for the first 2 numbers, you can choose any 2 of these clouds where you put them in. Later on, you will have to put them adjacent to any other numbers you have. So this is some kind of Sudoku type game, right? Because you're trying to have different numbers in the rows and columns. At best, you even have them in ascending or descending order, like as consecutive numbers, because then you can do even more stuff. So let me start with like putting these numbers in. Let me think. Like a 2 might be a good idea to have here. Or there would also be good. 2, 3. Yeah, well. Let me put it here. A 2. A 2 would make sense here. 2. And the 4, I think I would put over here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I think that would work. Let me put a 4 over here. Like that. Okay. So now the game really starts. That was just the setup. Now the game starts. What we do is we always roll the dice. And we play either until all of these items here have been circled. Have been circled. Or until all clouds have been filled. I don't know if you can circle all items before you fill all your clouds. If you play perfectly, maybe you can. So now we have this 4 and the 1. And now we want to put them into our grid. As I said, only on adjacent clouds. And they need to be, we are trying to like have not the same number in a row or column. Otherwise we get nothing. We also try to do it consecutively, right? We do have these leaves down here. One of them is already circled at the beginning, so we can use it. And that one lets us manipulate the dice roll up or down one. And yes, we can also go from 1 to 0, and we can go from 6 to 7 even, right? Which is like really good, and we need that. We will need that. So, and we get like more of these leaves if we just spend 1 die to like circle another leaf. But we never can take 2 dice to circle a leaf. We always need to put at least 1 number in here. Otherwise, that's not possible. In a solo game, there is one more thing. If we circle 2 leaves, we circle a leaf, then we have to put in a thorn here. And whenever we have 2 thorns, that deducts like one of these pictures here, one of these items. Because we will be able to like connect dots here later on. I will show you later how that works. And whenever we have like 1 item circled, that's 1 point at the end of the game. And if we have like 2 thorns, we need to deduct one of these items. So deduct 1 point, essentially, right? Okay, so now let's get started. The 1 I will put over here, like this, because that means now we have like 1, we can go up here, and also 1, 2, these are consecutive, that's perfect. We just need 3 over here. So now the 4 I will probably use, I can't really use it at the moment, so I think instead I will use it to circle a leaf. That is 1 thorn. But that should be okay. So we at least have 1 more leaf. Okay, next round. Next turn. 1, 4 again. That is horrible. That is absolutely horrible. Okay, let me see what we can do here. We can use one of the leaves to turn a 4 into a 5 or something, right? Over here. I think that would be okay. And the 1 is an issue. So I think what I will do is the following. I will put the 1 over here for now. And the 4, I will use 1 leaf here. So we just fill that out to turn it into a 5 and put it right here. I think that's a good idea. Okay. Then let's continue. 3, 3. Okay, that's perfect. I will put 1, 3 over here, like this, right? So still consecutive. Put 1, 3 over here. So now I can show you what happens, because we filled out 1 column. Or what the same happens when you fill out a row. So now if we fill out that column, and now we check here, we have like 2 things that we can choose here. Either like the small dot or the sun. If we had if we had a duplicate of a number in here, we would get nothing. We would just cross them out like this and we would get nothing, which is very, very bad. We definitely don't want that. And then the alternatives are either we have like different numbers in here, just in any order. Then we can take the dot, and that means now we count the clouds. It's 3 clouds. So now we can connect, like do 3 connections between these dots here. So we could do 1, 2, 3, for example, right? So it would look like this: 1, 2, 3. Right, and as soon as we circle 1 complete item, that's 1 point at the end of the game. But we are not able to start on a different item. We always need to finish an item first that we have started circling here. So, but we have them in consecutive order. So what we do get, we actually do get the sun. So we'll just cross that out. And that means now we can connect 3 suns. And you see these suns always like skip over points. So we're actually like faster, right? So let me take the bowling ball here. So that's 1 line. 2 lines, and we take another one, 3 over here. Why did I choose these two? Well, some of them have like rewards here in the middle, right? This one has like, I can now either do another sun, like another connection, or I can get myself a leaf. What I will do is I will use this one to do another sun. So we'll do that over here, like this. So now we have finished that one as well. So I will use this one to actually get another leaf. We will use a few of those. I think usually like, yeah, I think like you want to have like 4 or 5 leaves at your disposal if possible. All right, that was that turn. So we're done with that column. Nice. And I will show you the stars in just a moment when we get there. Okay, 4, 3. What can we do here? Actually, you know what? I think I will put the 4 in here. And the 3 I will just put here in order to finish up that row here. I think that's a good idea. Okay, so what we will do now is, now we will first do the stars. I will show you how that works. So when we put a 4 into one of these star spaces here, then we start here in the bottom right and we draw that many lines. So we want to have high numbers in these star spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, we do the same thing. 1, 2, 3. Now you see we have crossed one of these stars here. So we circle that star. That is also 1 point at the end of the game, right? So that's like a second, like a mini game that we have. And these mini games change. These mini games change when you have like different configurations, right? Because these music notes also do something when you have like a different configuration. But not in our game. In our game, we only have the cup, which is always like the items, and the stars. That's all that we have here. Okay. So, and now we also finished that row, but it's not in consecutive order. So we only get this one here. So we get to color, we get to like connect 3 of the regular dots. So let's see how we best do that. Let's maybe, there are no items that have 3, right? So we might lose something later on, but yeah, it could be worse. So maybe let's take one of the larger ones. I think that would make sense, right? So let's do, let me think, 1, 2, 3, like this. Yeah, I think that's fine. All right, next turn, 5, 5, okay. Let's see, another pair. 5, 1, 5 I will put here. So we are consecutive, that's great. And this 5, I would like to have that here. What we could do is, I think I'm going to use 1 leaf here in order to turn that to a 6, and then put in the 6 over here. Because we're still consecutive here, that's great. Let's see if we can keep that. But we get 6 lines here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another point here. Okay. I think that was okay. That wasn't too bad. So 1, 4. Here we would need a 2. We will not have consecutive stuff here, right? So we can dump stuff in here. But, oh, we can put a 4 in here. I will do that. Let me put a 4 here. And the 1... I would like a 2 here and a 1 there. A 1 there would be a shame because then we would only have 1 line for the stars. We could finish off that one here. Yeah, but let's do 1 line for the stars for now. I don't want to draw too many leaves, right? Because that is not that great at the end. So let's, I guess. I'm not sure. We could also put it here, right? Because, well, actually, no. 1, 2, 3. We could put a 3 there. No, let's put the 1 here. Yeah, let's put the 1 there. That's only 1 line. That's not perfect, but, you know, it is what it is. 2 and 5. Not perfect, but, oh, well, actually, it's perfect. We could put a 2 there. But we could also put a 2 there. These are both good. We could finish that column now. Do we want to finish the column? Not really. I think I would rather like to finish a line where we don't have consecutive numbers because of that. Because you will actually lose a little bit here. Let's put the 5 here and the 2 there for now. I think that's a good idea. So we get 2 more lines here and 1 star. Okay. 6 and 4. Yeah, we can dump a few in here. So I definitely want the 4 here, right? A 3 later on there. And the 6 doesn't really help us anyway here. Let's put the 6. We need a 2 here as well. Let's put the 6 in one of these columns here. Let's put the 6 here. I think that's fine. Okay, 3 and 3. That is quite decent. I will put the 3 here. That is 3 lines. 1, 2, 3. So we have the next point here. And the other 3 I will put... We can hardly put it anywhere, right? We will need to use a leaf. We will have to. Then let me do it like this. Then I will use a leaf here in order to turn that to a 2, I think, right? Yeah. So we have that one here. All right, so we have these 2 columns. They're both consecutive. That means we get 3 plus 4. We get 7 sun markings that we have. So 1, 2, and this one 3. So we still have 4 left, but we also get something here. So here I will get another leaf. We will need that at some point. And we still have 4 that we can connect. Well, then let's do 1 here, 1 here. That's 2, so we get another one. And with that one, I will get another leaf, because we will need those. And then I have 2 more. Where do we put the 2 more? Doesn't really matter, because... Oh, no, actually, here. There's 1 more left with 2 and a bonus. So now, do I take another leaf? Do I take another leaf? I think so. I think so. Okay. Then we are done, I think, right? I've crossed it all out. We're fine. A 1 would be good. 5 and 3. This is not great. This is not great. Let's see. We could put a 5 or 3 in here. That's fine. But the 3 we cannot put anywhere. No. We will have to change that somehow. So let me put a 5 in here, I guess. Like this. And then I will use one of my leaves in order to turn that into a... We cannot get anything here, there. Let me put that into a 4. Yeah, I think I will put it into a 4. Like that. Okay, so that row is also done. They are not in consecutive orders. We only get like the regular dots, but we get 5 of those. Have I started anything yet? I don't think so, right? No, I haven't. 5. Okay, so let's finish off something maybe, if possible. Can we finish something off with a bonus? No, we can't. We can't finish anything off with a bonus. So let's just do like here 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's start one with a bonus 5. Like this. Okay. 2, 2. That is also not great, but we can put 1, 2 like here someplace. Then we put a 2 here. And the other 2 we cannot put anywhere, but I will use another leaf in order to turn that into a 1. So now, look at this. We have 6 consecutive clouds, right? So we get 6 suns. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. We have something extra, which I will turn into a leaf again. And I still have 3 left. We can finish off another item, but there's none with a bonus. At least not. Oh, there's one with a bonus. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, that I didn't connect those very nicely. 1, 2, 3, like that. Now let me think. We get a bonus. Do I need another leaf? I'm not sure I need another one. Do I need another? You know what? Let me instead take the sun connection. Let me take this one here. Let's see. 6, 3. Okay. Okay. We can work with that. Let me put the 6 here and the 3 here. Okay. So 6 and 1. That is pretty bad, actually. Oh, that is really bad. That is very bad. So I really need to use a leaf. Yeah, I will need to use a leaf to turn that into a 7, for example. Put that here. And here I will need to use a leaf to put that into a 2, because I want some consecutive stuff here still, if possible. Actually, no. Let me reverse that. Let me take that away again and instead put the 2 here, because here we already have that line then. And also, I will not do the 7 here. So let me reverse that, because I didn't see. Let me just circle that again like this and remove the 7 because I could have put the 6 in here. That's better. So I still have a leaf left, right? That's fine. Actually, no. I want to have it consecutive here if possible, right? So, sorry about that. I'm really making that more confusing than it should be. So let's leave it the way it was. Okay. So, where did we start? We started there. So let's first do the 4 suns here. So that's 4. So 1, 2, 3. We get another bonus, and I will take one more of those. And I have one more sun that I can circle. So now we don't have any bonuses anymore. So let's just take the smallest that we can. For example, this one here, the little radio. Okay, and then we finish that one here. And here we get 2, 4, we get 6. 6 normal connections. So that's 2 here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So you see, we now have all of that done. All right, we have circled quite a few items. That's great. Let me check if I have done all these stars correctly. 3, 5, 6, 12, 15, 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, I have all of them. Okay, that's good. All right, that's probably going to be one of the last turns now. 5, 6. That is not very good. Not really. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Let me think. Yeah, let's put the 5 and the 6 both in here. 5, 6. They're not consecutive, but that's the way it is, I guess. So we get 6 for the stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's another point here. And then also we get to have 3 regular dots. Did I start anywhere? I didn't. I did not. So let me have a small one here. Maybe here the heart. Actually, let's take the cat. I like the cat. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now we have our last turn, and we still have a leaf that we can use. Perfect. I will use the leaf here in order to turn that into a 3. That means now we have consecutive numbers here again. So we do get a sun here, 3 suns. Oh, by the way, I think I forgot these, right? I forgot these. So we also get like 3 regular ones still. I forgot to take those. So let's do the regular ones first. 1, 2, 3. And then we get the 3 suns here. So that's 1, 2, 3. Like that. And now the game is over because we have filled all the clouds. The other way the game would have been over is by having circled all the items. Oh, I think that could be a pretty decent score this time. All right, and now we go for the scoring. The scoring works like that. First of all, we take the cup here. So you see like BC, and this would be ABC, right? But we only have the BC configuration, so we only take these 2. So we have 0 here. And the cup is like circled items. How many do we have? But before we do that, we check, do we have 2 thorns? We don't. For every 2 thorns we have, we would have to remove 1 item, but we don't have to. That's great. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 14. That's not too bad, actually. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars. So we would be at 19 points. Now I don't know, because you always wipe them off, right? But I think the best game I've had with the BC configuration is 20. So I think this isn't even my best game. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, it's not even my best game. I think I had 20 in my last game that I had here, like my best game here. And also I had, I think I even had 2 thorns and I had to remove one of those. So I definitely did it better last time. But yeah, but that's how you play the game Daydream. A game that I really enjoy. I don't play too many roll and write games. I play a lot for the channel because I want to give them like a stage here, because these are like good designs. These are very interesting designs. A lot of them you can print out. So most of them are very affordable. They're simple to get to the table, right? That's why I like to show them off on the channel. Also like a lot of print and play roll and writes, which I should do a little bit more. I gotta be honest, I haven't done that in a while, so I need to get back to that a little bit more. But personally, outside the channel, I don't play too many roll and write games, right? I appreciate the designs, but usually there are like other games that I enjoy more. This one is one that I really, really like. It's very simple, right? But it's cozy. It's cozy. I like Sudoku. I like that quite a bit. So that's why this game, I like this a lot. I don't want to give it a rating like one of my Ace of Games awards yet, because I'm not quite sure whether or not I would actually give it one at the end. I don't know if it will still be fun when I have played like 5 or 10 games. I don't know. But this is a game you can like table really easily. It has like not a huge box, right? It's fine actually. It is very easy to table. You have different configurations. It's very quick to play. So you can just pull this out. You can play a regular like a 2-sheet configuration or 2-board configuration within like 10 minutes, I would say. A 3-board configuration you would need about like 15 minutes maybe. And for just a single board, you wouldn't need more than 5 minutes or something, right? So it's like really cool because like this goes really fast. If you just have like 5 minutes, you want to have like a small game, there's hardly anything you can do, right? But this one, you can actually play. So yeah, so that concludes my playthrough of Daydream. I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you so much for staying to the very end. As usual, I would like to thank you all for your support, especially want to give a shout out to my generous patrons. The biggest thanks go to Thagana for supporting me at the highest tier. Thank you so much for that. I truly appreciate that. You can also support me by watching, liking, and commenting on my videos, subscribing to my channel, supporting me on Patreon, and joining my Discord server to hang out with me and my amazing community. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the very next video on my Discord server. Take care, everyone. Stay safe and cheers.